How did I get here?
Reach this fuck, eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. Reach this fuck, eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
You may have noticed the dramatic decrease in J-Hunter content recently. That's because I am now in college and I did not realize how much time classes and just life in general would take up. I honestly didn't know whether my upload schedule would be better or worse away from home, so I didn't say much beforehand. Now I know that it is definitely worse. Speaking of my upload schedule, this is a great time to say that if you enjoy my stuff, you should subscribe and press the bell so that you don't miss the few times that I do upload per year. Thanks. On the bright side, I've made a lot of cool pals and college is pretty fun. On the not bright side, I haven't had nearly as much time for anything else. Some cool news is I'm working on the audio for the next animation, and my buddy makes cool music, so he's gonna help me with some of the audio as well. The last animation I made right before I left for college is really good, and if you don't watch it, I will find you. Do not test me. Also, there's a really good animation program at my school, so I'm taking a bunch of major prerequisite classes next semester, which I'm super excited about. I'm not great at drawing in general, but hopefully by the end of next semester, I'll have progressed a lot. Another awesome thing is that there's a game dev club here. I've always wanted to be part of something like that. They have monthly playtest nights, so I was able to bring in my game and have a bunch of gamers try it out. It was really cool to see people reacting to the game, and it seems like everyone loves the movement mechanics, which I'm really happy about because that's something I put a lot of time into perfecting. I have been trying to get a demo together before releasing a new devlog, but it's taking way longer than I thought, and it's already been forever since the last one, so I'm just gonna put that on hold for now, but I am trying to get a solid demo together for everyone to play. Work on the game has been slow for the most part, but pretty steady. I can work on my game in between classes and stuff, but that's not to say it's been easy. I've been playing Flynn, Son of Crimson since it came out on September 15th, which has been super inspiring for me. I've been following the development of the game for a while now, and it has inspired a lot of things in my own game. If you haven't heard of it, but you like pixel art platformers, I'd highly recommend you check it out. As far as content goes, I've put together a little trailer just for fun, featuring a lot of new stuff in the game. I posted it on my Twitter and Instagram a while ago, so if you want to see stuff like this way earlier, go follow me there. As you see, I've added some new aggressive enemy types, which have been really fun to make. The AI is a lot more complicated, but honestly came together way better than I thought it would. Some of you that are game developers yourself might be wondering how I go about making AI, so I thought I'd share a little explanation on how I personally go about it. To start, I think about what exactly the enemy will be able to do. Say I want a basic goblin enemy. The things he will be able to do, like patrolling, attacking, running, or whatever, is all what state he can be in. Basically, the easiest way to code an AI quickly is to define a set of states and then define what will trigger each state. So for our goblin, his initial state will be patrolling. In that state, he'll walk around to make him seem more alive. When he sees the player, this will trigger his next state, perhaps a chase state, where he will run at the player until he's within range to attack. Again, once he's in range, that triggers his next state, which is attack. When he finishes his attack, if he is still within range, he'll attack again, and if not, he'll go back to the chase state. If he loses sight of the player, he goes back to patrolling. This is a really simple example, and you can add as many states as you want to as long as you make sure the enemy switches between states smoothly. I sort of discovered this method through a lot of trial and error, but it turns out it's a real thing called a finite state machine. This is the same thing I use on my boss battles and all the aggressive AI in the game. If you watch them closely, you'll be able to see them changing states based on the situation. I also added the first shop in the Mystic Plains. I had a hard time trying to figure out the UI, but eventually I realized simplest is best. So when you walk by an item, the price and an interaction prompt will appear. You simply press the button if you have enough coins to buy the item. That's how you'll obtain the leaf boomerang, which is one of my favorite items. It's just so much fun. For the most part, I've been expanding the world, writing dialogue, adding enemies and new tile sets, and more fun stuff like that. The world is starting to get really big, and I think it's going to be really fun to explore once it's all put together. My personal favorite new addition is these little children versions of the Thorn dude that you can just punt across the screen. It's very fun. So this brings us to the question of what now? I have way less time to make content right now, even though I love doing it. In terms of my animation, I am working on it, but very slowly. I'll put more of my effort into devlogs for now, and maybe over breaks I'll crank out some animations. Some of you may be wondering why I haven't set up a Steam page or a Kickstarter or anything like that. I'll be honest here, I love working on my game. Even more so, I love sharing progress on the game and seeing people get hyped about it. But the second I set up a Steam page or run a Kickstarter, I'm obligated to work on it and get stuff out and chase deadlines. Right now, I really need to focus on school first. The game is a hobby for me. As much as I wish I could make videos all day, I have to study a lot and go to class. I feel bad sometimes when I'm not working on my stuff because I know I have a lot of people waiting for news. I know that if I tied money to it, it would get even worse. Right now, I hope that you can all bear with me. I'm doing my best to balance everything. The most important thing you need to know is that I might take breaks every once in a while when life gets busy. I might stop uploading for long periods of time, but I will never stop making videos forever. I enjoy it too much and I always come back to it eventually. I appreciate every one of you out there that cares about my projects as much as I do. It means a lot to me. If you ever want to ask me a question about the game or give feedback, I'd love that. You can join my Discord server or just leave a comment. I read almost all of them. Thanks again everyone for watching. Hopefully I'll get a demo ready pretty soon for all of you to play.